Showers and storms continue across the mountains this evening, but more are possible later tonight.
We have declared a first alert weather day for the possibility of strong to severe storms overnight. Meteorologist Cameron Aaron has been monitoring the situation and has the latest. Cameron?
Yeah, the good news right now, no severe weather across the mountains. We are tracking a few showers, though, mainly over the Big Sandy, places just to the south and east of Pikeville, over southern Pike County along US 460 there. Also a few sprinkles over northern Pike County as well, near Inez and Martin County. Also for portions of Lawrence County, stretching into Wayne County, West Virginia. A few showers are possible. These will continue pushing off to the east. The good news, though, no severe weather is ongoing across our region, but we cannot say the same for our friends to the west. We do have a few severe thunderstorm warnings over portions of southern Missouri, and whatever develops here is moving off to the east into our direction. That is why we are tracking the possibility for more strong to severe storms as we go into tonight. As you can see, a level 1 risk for most of the region, a level 2 risk from Monticello to Somerset to Moorhead and back to the north and west, as we could see possibly some strong to severe storms as we go into tonight. A first alert weather day is in place for that possibility, watching out for damaging straight line winds, also heavier rainfall, but some small hail and a quick spin up tornado cannot be ruled out as well as we go into tonight. All those details coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Cameron. A situation at a southern Kentucky school this morning have parents concerned about their children's safety.
Samantha Valentino and photojournalist Darnell Crenshaw have that story from Whitley County.
School officials say a student at Whitley County North Elementary School brought a kitchen knife to school Monday morning, injuring a classmate in the shoulder with it.
Teacher quickly intervened and took control of the situation, and there were no more injuries or anything like that. And at that point, the school administrator was notified along with our SRO, and our SRO notified the local sheriff's department.
Superintendent of Whitley County Schools, John Seiler, says he's not sure how the knife got into the school. The Whitley County Sheriff's Department is investigating the situation. Seiler says he's thankful the student is okay.
Spoke with the student's parents, and they are at home with their mother and father and doing well.
The message sent out to parents asked them to discuss with their children that it's against the law to bring weapons of any kind to school.
We also want them to work as our partners, talking with their students, their children, about when they see something or hear something that's out of place, that when given the opportunity, they go to a teacher or principal, and we want to work together to keep everybody in our school buildings safe.
Seiler says that because the situation was handled so quickly, it was determined that there was no further threat to any other students, and school remained open for the rest of the day. However, parents and guardians that we spoke to tell us that they still have concerns. Some of them weren't even aware of the situation.
There's so many school shootings and injuries in schools now that I'm not going to lie. It's kind of makes me lean more towards homeschooling.
In Whitley County, Samantha Valentino, WKYT.
Superintendent Seiler says there are no metal detectors at the school.
3 people were arrested last week in Magoffin County after police found they had illegal drugs. State police conducted a traffic stop in Salyersville last Thursday. During the stop, police found 1 pound of suspected meth, half an ounce of suspected heroin, and drug paraphernalia. 33-year-old Nikki Spurlock of Martin was arrested on a trafficking controlled substance charge, among others. 29-year-old Megan Cates of Campbellsville was arrested on charges of trafficking controlled substance and possession of controlled substance. And 39-year-old Sean Holbrook of Pikeville was arrested on a charge of trafficking controlled substance, among others. All 3 were taken to the Big Sandy Regional Detention Center.
2 months ago, Lifeguard Ambulance Service announced that it would be ending its contract with Nott County, leaving the Nott County Fiscal Court to come up with a plan. WYMT's Alyssa Williams checked in with county officials and others to learn more about the county's plans moving forward.
In March, Lifeguard Ambulance Service sent a letter to the Nott County Fiscal Court saying it would be ending its contract with the county.
Obviously, it was devastating for us, kind of wondering what we were going to do.
That's when the Perry County Ambulance stepped in to help.
We saw an opportunity to help a neighboring county, and of course, we want to do everything we can for the community.
Perry County Ambulance will be serving as Nott County's ambulance service for the next year, with Perry County ambulance officials saying this partnership could positively impact response time across Nott County.
The reality is we'll be based in Nott County. We'll have a base in the county in the same place the previous ambulance service was. So the response times will be equal to or better than what we had before. We will dedicate ambulances to Nott County. There will be dedicated crews and we'll cross cover as needed, but I don't anticipate response times diminishing any whatsoever.
Nott County Judge Executive Jeff Dobson says once Perry County's contract with Nott County is complete, they can renew the contract or work to create their own ambulance service within the county.
You know, we're a regional team, and whenever a neighbor is dealing with issues, you know, Perry County saw that need and they stood up and said, hey, we're here to help. What can we do? Along with other counties as well, offered assistance, and we will be here for that same assistance for them.
Making ends meet to continue serving the people of Nott County. In Hindman, Alyssa Williams, WYMT Mountain News.
Dobson says Perry County could begin their services as soon as this month. And Dobson adds, although the Nott Countyans who work for Lifeguard Ambulance may have to relocate to stay within the company, he hopes to find a way to bring them back home in the future.
Former State Representative Jonathan Schell made a stop in Pikeville today, campaigning for Commissioner of Agriculture, bringing his Defending Ag and Freedom tour to the farmers in the area. Schell, who hopes to secure the Republican nomination for the position during the primary election next week, says he would focus on fewer farming regulations, more secondary manufacturing jobs, promoting farm businesses, and being a voice for the people. He said that starts with hearing from those he hopes to represent.
It's one of the largest regulatory agencies in the state, but more importantly, I think that it is the voice of rural Kentucky, it's the voice of agriculture, and it's the voice of agriculture business in the state. And the reason that I want to meet with the constituents that represent this department is because you can't really know what you need, you can't really know what the issues are unless you're talking to people.
Kentucky's primary election is 1 week from tomorrow.
And candidates in the hotly contested Republican race for governor will discuss the issues tonight in the Kentucky debate. For more on tonight's debate and who is participating, let's send it over to Bill Bryant, who is live at Transylvania University in Lexington for a preview. Bill, good evening.
Hey, Steve, good to see you. Here we are at historic Transylvania University near downtown Lexington. And those of us who have covered politics for a long time know these things get tense as you head down the home stretch. That's certainly happening right now because here we are with that early voting beginning this Thursday and continuing Friday and Saturday with the primary actually May 16th. With our co-sponsor, Transylvania University, we set criteria for inclusion in tonight's debate. That includes a candidate polling at least 5% in an independent statewide poll. With us tonight will be Northern Kentucky conservative activist Eric Dieters, State Auditor Mike Harmon, and Agriculture Commissioner Ryan Quarles. Attorney General Daniel Cameron and former UN Ambassador Kelly Craft were the only invited candidates who did not accept our invitation. They're among a dozen candidates competing overall for the state's GOP nomination in that May 16th primary. Next week's primary winner widely expected to face Democratic Governor Andy Beshear, who has consistently received high approval ratings, so he is expected to clear his primary. I'll be moderating the Kentucky debate tonight at 7 o'clock. It will be live on WYMT. Looking forward to providing that to you, and we plan to cover a wide variety of issues. For now, Bill Bryant at Transylvania University in Lexington, and Steve, back to you.
Bill, thank you. We'll be watching. Again, you can see it right here at 7 on WYMT. Olivia?
People around the state are remembering a woman who became a key part of Governor Andy Beshear's team Kentucky briefings during COVID-19 and was an advocate for the deaf and hard of hearing. Virginia Moore died Saturday. She had been battling an illness for several years. Moore was the executive director of the Kentucky Commission of Deaf and Hard of Hearing. She attended numerous COVID-19 briefings and offered sign language for many events. People at the Kentucky School for the Deaf in Danville say she was an inspiration to them.
That was a great help to help the public know more about deafness itself and about American Sign Language because of Virginia being there in everyone's lives on their televisions during the pandemic.
Officials with the Kentucky Commission on Deaf and Hard of Hearing say they are still working on planning memorial services for Virginia Moore. We will be right back with weather.